With great love and respect in my heart, I welcome you to this beautiful gathering from Varanasi. Before we begin, let's just take a moment to arrive and settle down. So wherever you are, just pull your spine straight. Open your shoulders. Lighten your mind and close your eyes. Become aware of the breath flowing in and flowing out effortlessly. Watch all the restlessness settling down like sand settles in a glass of water. Soften the whole body. Pay attention to the breath, how effortless it is. Pause the breath for a moment, wherever it is, and just be. Before the body begins to stress, release the breath. And after a breath or two, pause it again. Imagine a beautiful radiance all around your face. Release the breath again. And pause again. Focus at the center of the forehead. Your eyes are being absolutely still. Mind is resting in the center of the forehead. Release the breath. You will notice as your mind begins to rest in the center of the forehead, your breath becomes shorter and shorter. Very mindfully, we'll take a nice deep breath and slowly release it and gently open your eyes. Thank you for taking this time. I know it's a Thanksgiving time in the States, time for big feast. And we had a big feast here also the other day, yesterday, Saturday, when we do Narayana Seva, when we bring the food to the people who live in the streets. It's one of our little service project that has continued from the COVID time. The migrant laborers who live on the street, basically, they just sleep under the tarp. And sometimes they sleep in those big pipes. Man, hang something on one end and cover it up. And the whole family of 2 or 3 could just sleep in a 10-foot long pipe. They have pitched the plastic tent from there. They sleep there. Winter is coming. But we cook a big vat of khichdi, that's rice and mung beans together with some veggies, and take it there and have them sit down and serve them. And little children to old people. Not that many, probably maybe 70, 80 people. But that service project has been going on since COVID. And just to see the happiness, the smiles in those children's eyes, just by getting a ladle full of mush, cooked rice, dal, and veggies, how happy they become. And they're even more grateful after they're full, if there is some more served on their plate, that they can take it home. It really makes me think that we don't really need much to be happy. The basic needs are met, food, a little clothing, and the rest is all created here. I sent someone a picture of 3 or 4 pictures, and this friend said, Babaji, even my dog is luckier than those kids. I said, well, dogs and cats are much luckier in America and in the West than you eat whenever there is little hunger, open the fridge and eat it. And so we have this luxury, physical luxury we have, but then we create unhappiness, sadness, stress, because of things that we start thinking, what else we don't have? These people don't have food and they don't think beyond that. If they can sit down with their family and get a ladle full of mush, they're happy. And when we have everything and we sit together with our family, we get into bickering and fighting and being unhappy with each other. I was just mentioning this because I was just thinking about this, that humans, we tend to create our suffering. Yes, we don't have something, but that doesn't need to make my whole life unhappy. If our basic needs are met, it's truly time to be thankful. And when we are thankful, then we try to spread that happiness to those who are in our lives or that we are in contact with. Instead of complaining, can we show appreciation? We have everything, but sometimes even having all the security, people live in fear. Somebody says something, one negative thing, then my whole life becomes about fear. So this is something to look at. We create our suffering. Instead of thinking about the positive things that are in our life, we look at one little negative things and get carried away. We forget about all the blessings. Life is truly so precious. Living in Benares, as I walk around and I see how precious this life is and how precious our existence is in the West. Really, we have it all that we need. And why are we unhappy? Why are we unhappy? That unhappiness is really created by our mind. The idea of the self, sometimes our own expectation from ourselves, our expectation from somebody else, we get caught right in this cycle. It constantly reminds me, Baba's teaching to me, that if you don't know what else to do, you want to be happy, no matter where you are, try to look for your happiness in the smiles of others. If you're not doing a seva project, service project, if we just live with that remembrance in our heart, what can I do for someone else to make them feel a little better? The more we think about ourselves and our own problems and our own unfulfilled expectations, we remain caught in there. So truly, this Thanksgiving is a good holiday. It reminds us to be thankful for all the blessings, and may we live with the notion that you can bring some little happiness on someone else's face. There was a little kid here who came today, and I asked him what was the best thing in his day today. And he said, the best thing was I came home and my mom gave me a hug. how simple it was just to receive a hug, just to receive a little love from someone. Can we smile at someone without an agenda? Thinking about the gratitude in our heart and how blessed our life is, if we can just even smile at someone. It doesn't take much to be of service. If we have nothing to do, at least we can give a smile from that place, thinking about how grateful I am for all the blessings in my life. And just greeting someone with that attitude. I have seen people in Sonoma, particularly, having everything. And walk with a frown on their face. Why? What's going on in our head? I know I'm not speaking about something very philosophical, or it's something very basic. We all want to live a spiritual life. We all want to be a good human being. We all want to be loved and received well. But this is something that we have to look at ourselves. Do I walk with a smile on my face? Do I smile at someone? Do I greet someone with that joy in my heart? When I meet someone, am I talking about complaining about something, or I'm talking about that inspires them, that uplifts them? These are very, very, very basic things, and it needs constant reminder to look at ourselves. We can become very unhappy, we get an idea in our head and it just keeps playing in our head, and there goes a whole day. What a waste of time. How can we catch ourselves from getting on that bandwagon? Being able to stop, take a step back, take a deep breath, and remind ourselves, remember, life is short. Every day we are just getting a day younger or older. Every day is passing, and it's not going to come back. May the remaining years of our life be the years of sadhana. And that is a sadhana in itself. To be able to look at yourself, am I walking on the ground a little lighter? Am I walking with a smile on my face? Am I walking with that remembrance that my life is a blessed life? I'm saying these things to you because living here in Varanasi and the people I see and their lives I see, it just reinforces that how blessed we are. As far as what's going on here, I have started at the Bal Ashram. There have been lots of seva projects that the people do here at the ashram. But I have initiated sadhana also, sadhana days. Now every Sunday, just like we invite people in Sonoma, people are gathering here and learning. I never get to teach here. So teaching the local students, those who have received mantra from me, the same thing that I have taught you over there for years, teaching them pranayam, prano, dhyan, jap, what is a mantra, and how to do it. So it's very refreshing for me to start from the basic and see how it is received. A little satsang in Hindi. So Sunday has been a day of satsang in Hindi, satsang in English, and it has been very nice being here. And I will be here till February 22nd. If any of you want to just drop in for a couple of days, couple of hours, couple of weeks, let me know. And I would love to just be here and listen to you. I said what was on my mind, but I'd love to hear from you. Shannon?